888-2010. Over 100,000 satisfied customers have already made the call. Call right now for our exclusive 45-day risk-free trial and get free shipping and a year's worth of free batteries, a $50 value. Call MD Hearing Aid at 1-800-758-2010. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's 1-800-758-2010.
This is ESPN 1000.
The following program is a paid advertisement. The views reflected on this show are not necessarily the views of ESPN 1000.
ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
From the Mazda State Street Studio in downtown Chicago.
This is WMVP AM Chicago.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. Yeah, bugle sounds pretty good. Yee-haw! Good morning, Rooster. Hey, good morning there, Bunky. How are you? Good tone, nice clear tone. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chauncey's Great Outdoors here on ESPN Radio, AM 1000. And once again, I want to just say thank you to all the people who do listen to the program and have made this the most listened to outdoor radio show throughout the Midwest. Thank you very much. It's a very, very high honor, and you let me into your homes. Hey, but let's talk about it. First of all, we need to say thank you to our sponsors. That's right. Bass Pro Shops, all 3 stores. You count like you are in Chicago. Branch, Limb, Tree, 1, 2, Tree. You know how to do that? Okay. But here we are. All 3 stores, Bolingbrook, Gurney Mills, Portage, Indiana, Paul's Pizza in Westchester, the new Midwest Outdoors magazine. Can't go wrong with that anytime. Also, our friends over at Wren Lake Resort and Conference Center down in Benton, Illinois on Wren Lake. Our good buddies at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Show in Schaumburg. The Chicago Outdoor Sports Show in Rosemont is happening next weekend. And then the All Canada Show, that's where we are this week. Woo, baby. Oh, man, good crowds. Lots of stuff going on. It's a great time. We're having way too much fun. And then our friends over at the Tinley Park Outdoor Show and our new sponsors, Yellowbird Products. And we are now the official outdoor radio show for the Shimano high school fishing teams throughout the state of Illinois. And Shimano is also one of our sponsors. Now, thank you very much to our good friends at Shimano. Oh, I'm not kidding you. All Canada Show. You heard Norma Cray and I'm singing the Canadian National Anthem last weekend, and this weekend we're doing all kinds of other stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited. Also, our good friends at Vermilion Dam Lodge. It's another great sponsor that we picked up that is also going to be with us this year. They're in Minnesota, so if you don't want to make the run to Canada, because you just can't take that much time or whatever, you still get that like experience. Vermilion Dam Lodge in Minnesota, great place. But I'm not kidding you. It was just so much fun. Good crowds Thursday night. Friday night was good crowds. Lots of people. What I love seeing is, fathers and moms and grandmas and grandpas are bringing their kids to the All Canada Show, getting them indoctrinated, taking these fishing trips, doing stuff like this. And that is really, really a cool thing to see because that's what we have to have more of. We need to get them out there and have fun. On today's show, we got our good friend Brad Jackson from Anglers Outlet. He's going to be the only local tackle store at the Chicago Outdoor Show in Rosemont next weekend. So he'll be there. We're going to be talking to him about what he's going to have there and different things. We're also going to be looking at our good friend, Mr. Jim Crowley. Honest, I want to come back as Jim Crowley in my next life. And Jim Crowley's going to be on the show. We're going to be talking to him about All Canada and all the neat things that's going on there. And it is just so much fun. It's going to be a great time. Everybody come on out to the All Canada. And, ready for this? Our friends at Waterworks Marine, you know who they are. Yeah. They've got a booth set up at the All Canada Show. Special Chauncey pricing on the Lund boats, they told me. You got to say, hey, what's the Chauncey break on this boat? So you get a little bit extra if you mention the name Chauncey at the Lund booth at the All Canada Show. How can you go wrong? How can you go wrong? I love this. Can't beat this for nothing. Oh, man, I've talked about that. We talked about that. The All Canada Show, Crowley, Anglers Outlet. We did this. We're going to be talking about some business. As a matter of fact, if you want to meet the director of the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, he'll be at the show at Rosemont next weekend. On Saturday, 10 o'clock, they're going to have a little ribbon cutting ceremony. They take the big ribbon, they go, like that. And but the first couple hundred kids are going to get free Berkeley lures and stuff from Jim Grant Rod, so that's kind of a cool thing. I'm looking forward to it. That'll be a good time. As a matter of fact, it's the first 650 kids. See, I had to look it up again. So you can't go wrong on that on the 23rd. That's gonna be a great time there. So we're looking forward to that. But no, we got that. We're talking about that. I've been reading, Dan Gapin's going to be there. Got a bunch of emails. People saying, hey, a couple weeks ago, you're talking about a guy river fishing. Well, if I was talking to anybody river fishing, I was talking to Dan Gapin. And he's going to be at the Rosemont show. And so you could, check him out there and ask him all the questions that you want. It's really, he just came out with a book that I've read. It's about kind of a biography about his life. And I couldn't put the book down. I just couldn't. It really was. It was very, very, very good. It's fishing information, but, a lot of stories about growing up in the North Woods and how, what he's done and things like that. So we've, check that out when you go to that show, and you're going to have you're going to enjoy it a lot. And that's the big key there. I'm not kidding. You should see the desk in front of me is piled like huge chunks of paper everywhere to talk about. So we've got to make sure we get through all of this by the end of the hour. If not, okay. Don't forget, we're still giving tickets away. If you want tickets to All Canada and you contribute to the show, you have to contribute. You just say, I want tickets. I need a story. What do you want? An information. But All Canada, the Rosemont show, the Tinley Park show, the Schaumburg show, those are the ones that we've got tickets for left right now that we can still give away. If you're going for the All Canada show, don't get there until 1 o'clock, okay? I mean, I got to get some stuff done at the station before I go to the show. So please, don't run there right away. But if you're looking to go to that show, but next week, Rosemont show, the week after Schaumburg show, I'm ready for the rest of the month. It'll be fun. Hey, I tell you what, we've done that. You know what you are? You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us, we know the outdoors.
Come to Bass Pro Shops for their real blowout sale going on now on selected brands through January 31st. There are still unbelievable prices.
I was trying to pull it up, but it wasn't showing on my side.
Go farther. You can save up to 50%.
I'm going to try to refresh it right now. Give me 1 second.
And from 25 to 50% off on their end of the season clearance sale in the apparel section. So come to Bass Pro Shops in Portage, Indiana, Gurney Mills, and Bolingbrook, Illinois. Bass Pro Shops. It's where your next outdoor adventure begins. Indoors at Bass Pro.
HookandHuntTV.com is an exciting all-internet show. Sign up for their free weekly newsletter and join host Jim Crowley as he covers everything that goes bang and or splash. Get hooked on the hunt at HookandHuntTV.com.
The All Canada Show.
Come to the All Canada Show and get connected with Canada's best fishing and hunting destinations. Register to win a fantastic Canadian fishing trip. Enjoy great seminar speakers, try our new hockey challenge game, and have shore lunch with an ice-cold Labatt Blue. Seniors get a discount, kids get in free, and everyone gets a free day of a lure on opening night. January 14th through the 17th at the Pheasant Run Mega Center, St. Charles. Free parking. Details at allcanada.com.
The All Canada Show.
The Waterworks Marine Group, Chicagoland's #1 marine dealer, has once again received the Mercury Marine prestigious Customer Satisfaction Index Award. Less than 80 of 4,000 dealers across the country receive this award, making Waterworks Marine your one store for service and all your boating needs. This weekend, see the special Chauncey pricing on Lund fishing boats only at the All Canada Show in St. Charles, Illinois. Visit Waterworks at waterworks.com or at 18660 South Cicero Avenue in Country Club Hills, or 708-798-9700. Want that Canadian fishing feel without the hassle of crossing the border? Then Minnesota's Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge is the perfect place to plan your next trip. Stay on a 40,000-acre lake with 1,200 miles of shoreline, 365 islands, large and small, and it's less than 9 hours from anywhere in the Midwest. Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge has fishermen and family-friendly lodging that will have you returning for years to come, where there are plenty of walleye, muskie, bass, and pike all waiting for you. For more information on Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge, go to vdl.com or call 800-325-5780 or stop by their booth at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg Convention Center, January 28th through the 31st at booth number 830, and tell them Chauncey sent you.
It's Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. And, I'm going to grab the phone here. We're going to, where is he? Oh, we got Rob in Schaumburg. But, real quick, Yellowbird, brand new sponsor for the show. And every time somebody says Yellowbird products, they only think of the planer boards. And really, they have like 7 other brands that they also use that they sell different lures, hard baits, spoons, spinners, and all kinds of stuff. And this is something you need to check it out because I've been using them for a couple of years, and I really, really like them. And the colors and all that stuff. So that's Yellowbird Products. Don't forget to check them out at the great Schaumburg show. It's coming up in 2 weeks. Okay, we've got Rob on the phone here from Schaumburg. Hey, Rob, how are you?
Yeah, hi, Chauncey. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm a relatively new grandfather, and I have a
Congratulations.
3-year-old granddaughter. At what age would you recommend that I take her out, and if you can kind of share with me some of the experiences that you've had with younger anglers?
Oh, my God, Rob, we can go a week on this. First of all, my what age to start them?
Yes.
When they're 1. Get them out, and the whole trick is you go fishing with a young kid. You're not fishing. The kid is fishing. Small hooks, small baits. If they're catching an 1.5-inch bluegill, who cares?
Right.
Because an 1.5-inch bluegill in their hand is a 9-inch bluegill in yours.
Sure.
But however, there are some things you could be prepared as a papa, because I'm a papa too, 4 times. And you need to put in her tackle box. Now, don't tell Grandma, because she'll get all yacked up about this, all right?
All right.
You got to put in a Snickers bar, whatever kind of candy she can like and that she can eat and likes. Some juice boxes, a couple bags of chips, because it's kind of like, oh, look what I found, and they love it. They love it. They go crazy.
So it's an experience rather than just fishing.
That's right. But if you go with small hooks, small baits, very small floats, bobbers, whatever you want to call them, you can wind up, that kid could catch a lot of fish.
And we have her hooked for life.
That's it. That's all you have to do. My 2 daughters love to fish. As a matter of fact, this is one grandpa talking to another papa, okay?
Sure.
My mother, I guess I was in my, let me think about this. I probably was in my 20s, late 20s. Everything is now digital. It's on your iPad. It's on the internet. It's on the cloud. It's whatever. But, our parents used to write in a baby book. Okay?
Yep.
And, first words, first step, first this, first that. My mother writes, first outing. I think I was 3.5 years old, 4 years old.
Okay.
Trip to the Fox River. Fishing. She said, you sat up against this tree, fishing pole in the hand, probably something in my other hand eating, and you were completely mesmerized. You didn't talk, you didn't run around, you fished, you enjoyed it. You did this. It got time to go. She said, hey, it's time to leave. And I said, okay, go ahead. And, so they were like, all right, so they're packing up the car and doing all this other stuff. I didn't move. So they said, well, let's see if he's going to move a little bit. So they packed the car. And I said, come on. I said, no, I'm okay. I'm fishing. started driving away. My mother looked at my dad and said, "You better stop and get the kid, okay?" Because in the baby book it said, "I think we created a monster."
A monster.
Oh my! I haven't thought of that story in about 4 years. Thank you for putting that back in my brain. Oh, that was so much fun reading that. And I said, "What do you mean you think you created a monster?" And then she told me the whole story. And I said, "Oh my gosh, Mom! Oh my gosh!" So, are you interested in checking out the outdoor shows, my friend?
Yeah, would you please?
Sure.
And thanks for taking my call.
Oh, no problem. Which one did you want to go to? There's all kinds of stuff. And you live in Schaumburg. Did you want to? Is that the one you were looking at?
Yeah, the Schaumburg.
Yeah. Make sure you bring the kids over to my booth at that show, because at the Schaumburg and the Rosemont show, I always got activities for kids. But the kid there'll be snakes and turtles and who knows what from the forest preserve, and we have games to play with the kids and all kinds of stuff. So please, please, please make sure you bring that kid over.
Will do, and thanks again, Chauncey.
All right, hold on, Rob. We got to get all your information.
Will do.
Okay, that's Robin. We got to do a fishing report. Oh, I just got a little text message from somebody. What's your phone number, Chauncey, so we can win tickets? 1-312-332-3776. Let me repeat. 1-312-332-3776. Is that okay? I hope that was slow enough. Okay, let's talk about fishing. Well, it's only 30 degrees right now. Let me see what the clock says. 26 degrees out there, 28 degrees. Well, everybody says, what are you looking at? By the way, we're on YouTube, anyone who wants to watch the show live. We're streaming. So just go to Chauncey's Great Outdoors, click play, and you could, see the kid from the south side of Chicago on the air. But they said, what do you keep looking up at? Well, on the side of where I'm at, there's a whole bank of TVs, and there's weather and news and stuff like that. And I look up to catch what's going on, news-wise. But the ice machine hath cometh, and it's going to be here for a couple of days. And woohoo! We're talking cold on the pumpkin there, baby. We're talking cold on the pumpkin. But we're seeing a lot. We're going to see a lot more ice being made in the next 24 to 48 hours. Chain of Lakes still had, the backwaters and stuff like that, good solid ice, but always check it, always check it. Bluegill's activity, we're doing quite well up there. I love seeing the bluegill action. So that was really, really good. Delavan, the inlet, was having some good action, and even boats were on open waters of Geneva. Now, Geneva, remember, is a really deep lake, so it takes forever to freeze. But they said, I talked to my good buddy Paul up there, sent me a text message at 3:15 this morning, so obviously he needs to get a life up there. But he was saying that they're doing that on Delavan and Geneva, which is a good sign. Our good friends at Triangle Sports were saying bluegill, back channels, bays, just something waxy, spikes, small baits. Remember that. Small baits. Don't mess that one up. We're seeing also action going on. Como has got some pike action on the east end in Wisconsin. That's another great thing to see. Lakefront harbors are going to probably be a little bit better to try later on, even though a lot of anglers in the harbors of Chicago that get the pier passes will fish off the piers, just punch a hole through the ice right next to it. Those are the people who don't want to stand on the ice. And remember Chauncey's rule: if it's less than 4 inches, in a glass, covered with the beautiful amber liquid. Can't go wrong on that one. Ice coverage on the chain and the Madison chain, doing pretty good. It's about probably 99% covered. Lots of ice machines working up there right now. Nothing wrong with that. We like seeing that. Good 4 to 6 inches in some of the lakes up in Lake Geneva. Not Lake Geneva, but Eagle Lake. Eagle River, Chauncey. Can't go wrong with that one. 4 to 5 inches on a bunch of those. We're seeing lots of activity on those things. And from my grandson, yes, the Aiden fishing report. I know what's going to happen, folks, next year. Aiden's moving back to Chicago here. My son-in-law and daughter are going to come back here, so I'm going to have to take Aiden out. And I love these fishing reports. Papa, it's cold outside. We've gotten some snow, but that makes it really hard to walk on the ice. Kalamazoo River. Some steelhead were catching fair to good. I love this. I love this kid. Grand River by my house. Steelhead up near the 6th Street Dam. The old guys are also getting a few pike. I'm going to find out what is an old guy to this kid. It's probably 22 or 18. Muskegon River by Aunt Cookies. Steelhead fishing is colder up there, but the weather has been making it hard to catch nice fish. All right. Your grandmother will kill you on that one for your spelling there in the English language. And St. Joe River, my friend next door told me that they were still getting some steelhead, but it's a little bit tough to catch them. See you in a couple weeks at the sports show, Papa. Okay, that's my grades. Oh, my God. You never know what's going to come out of that little kid's mouth. You never know what's going to come out of there. Oh, God, I love it. I tell you, we've got some more phone calls at 1-312-332-3776. So when we're going to take a little bit of a break here, come back and talk more of the great outdoors. And once again, thank you for making us the most listened to outdoor radio show in the Midwest. You're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors.
Make Yellowbird Fishing Products your one stop at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois, January 28th through the 31st for all your open water fishing needs at special prices. From walleye, pike, muskie, perch, trout, and salmon, Yellowbird products have been catching fish for 87 years, with anglers putting on a Yellowbird product before their first cast. Stop by their booth, number 200 at the Schaumburg Show for the great lures at great prices, and tell them Chauncey sent you.
Hello, everyone. This is Chauncey, your host of Chauncey's Great Outdoors Radio, and I want to tell you about a fantastic new magazine for fishermen and hunters right here in Illinois. It's called Midwest Outdoors. No, I'm not going crazy. Midwest Outdoors has been here, but this is the new Midwest Outdoors. It's better than ever, and it's jam-packed with new features, great information on fishing and hunting that you can use. Whether you want to know where to go, what to use, how to use it, or just plain enjoy the outdoors, the new Midwest Outdoors is worth a look. Every issue has great articles from your favorite professional outdoorsmen, and this month's marked map will get you on the fish on your favorite lake. Midwest Outdoors is available at leading newsstands, or you can have it delivered to your home for only $14.95 for 12 issues. You can sign up online at MidwestOutdoors.com or call them at 800-606-3474. All major credit cards accepted. That's MidwestOutdoors.com or call 800-606-3474. The new Midwest Outdoors magazine and television show, helping you enjoy the outdoors.
The Chicagoland Outdoors Show at the Rosemont Convention Center is back and better than ever, January 20th through the 24th. It's the great outdoors indoors. Need to book a trip, get some new gear, or talk fishing and hunting? This is the place. Check out the new Tackle Time Pavilion, featuring Grant Rods, Guides, Choice Pro Shops, plus many more. Visit the Rosemont Boat and RV Pavilion, sponsored by General RV Center.
Who's that for?
Admission includes the Chicagoland Gun Show, Fire and Ice Expo, and the new Chicago Hot Sauce Expo. Buy your tickets online at chicagosportshow.com
For the same segment, correct?
to save. January 20th through the 24th in Rosemont. Don't miss it.
HookandHuntTV.com is an exciting all-internet show. Sign up for their free weekly newsletter and join host Jim Crowley as he covers everything that goes bang and or splash. Get hooked on the hunt at HookandHuntTV.com. Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester is the home of the largest and best Italian beef you'll find in the Chicagoland area. With a full menu of charbroiled sandwiches, pasta, Italian favorites, and more, you'll know why people throughout the suburbs and Chicago will drive to Paul's for a true Chicago-style Italian beef. But Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester also has a catering menu of Italian favorites like eggplant parmesan, salads, manicotti, chicken Vesuvio, marsala, and more. To make your next party special, call Paul's for catering at 708-531-9080. That's 708-531-9080. So stop on out to Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs in Westchester on 31st and Wolf Road and taste what a true Chicago tradition is like.
This is Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Like a catfish in the river, like a flounder in the sea. When the rancher comes along, she always makes a fool of me. I go a hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. That's the way I go.
Yeah, babe. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Chauncey's Great Outdoors. Do we got our first guest on the line there, my friend? Hey, Brad, you out there somewhere?
I am here.
Hey, this is Brad from, what is that beautiful brand spanking looking bait shop that's on Cicero Avenue called?
Of course, we're at the Angler's Outlet.
That's right, we are this morning. Hey, we're going to have ice cooking here, baby.
Yeah, we've actually had some pretty good ice fishing success down here in the south suburbs the last few days already.
Oh, I know. And that's only, I mean, I'm excited. We're going to get some cold weather here. Of course, it's going to snow, get cold, and sports shows are here, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not loading a truck unless it's 0 outside.
There you go. Nobody believes us on that. Speaking of loading the truck at the Chicago Outdoor Sports Show in Rosemont, you're going to be, I really think you're the only local tackle shop there. Is that right?
Wow, that would be good for me, huh?
I mean, there's going to be other vendors there also.
I think Grant's going to be there with his.
That's right.
Rods.
Grant's got his rods. I forgot about that. Grant, don't. He's already sending me text messages. But
Ranger Rick, the muskie guy, will be down from up in the North Country there.
Yeah. But I'm really excited that a local shop is coming in there. That
we're really looking forward to it. I haven't been to that show in about I think 2 years because of other scheduling difficulties, but we're really anxious to come again this year.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. And like I said, there's gonna be a number of other vendors there, but and like I said, you can always find at Angler's Outlet a wide variety of stuff, and I mean stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're known for. Is just we just bring everything.
Yeah, now you're going to have stuff for the bass fishermen, for the pan fishermen, for the crappie fishermen, for the catfish anglers. I mean, you're going to have a little bit of everything when you set up a store, don't you?
We do. We like to reflect. We like to reflect what we have here at the shop when we go to a show, and show a little bit of everything that we have, which is pretty much everything for fishing. But yes, we definitely bring a broad spectrum of items.
Mm-hmm. Now, Angler's Outlet is located where?
We're at 16300, 163rd, and Cicero in Oak Forest. We moved about a year ago.
Mm-hmm. And so you're nestled right, almost, you are next to Midlothian Reservoir, aren't you?
Yeah, actually, we're the first building north of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, hint, hint, good spot to fish and get your stuff.
You know what? The biologist for the county told me earlier this year that when they shock up fish for surveys, that Midlothian Reservoir, believe it or not, is always right on the top of their list for large bass.
Yes. Fish. And people go by it, oh, it's just one of those drainage ponds. Yeah, you keep driving past it. I'm going to go fish the reservoir. It's a good spot to
catch some nice fish there.
Oh, yes, they do. Well, I'm very excited that you're coming out to the Rosemont show and being there. It'll be good to see you there. And like I says, with besides Grant and some of the muskie guys and stuff like that, it's great to see a local shop in that show. So thanks and welcome back, my friend.
Oh yeah, it's nice that we're getting a little bit of later ice this year because this is going to prompt me to bring a lot of ice fishing gear, and that's one thing that sometimes I don't bring to shows because. Towards the end. Yeah. But this year, with it just really getting cranked up, I think we're going to load up also with ice fishing equipment.
Yeah, well, if you're making coffee, pour me a cup, okay?
I am. It's looking pretty muddy.
What are the hours of your shop?
We got here at 6 this morning. That's what we do on weekends. We open at 6. And we'll close today at 5. Sunday, we go home a little early at 4.
That's okay.
And during the week in the winter, we're here from 8 to 6.
8 to 6?
Of course, in the summer, we're just always here.
All right, Brad, once again, Angler's Outlet going to be at the Chicago Outdoor Sports Show in Rosemont starting this week. It's going to be a grand time. Stop on out there, check out all this stuff, and let's have a great week. Okay, my friend?
Absolutely. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome, Brad. That's Brad Jackson, everybody. Just a great guy, Angler's Outlet. And like I said, he's going to be there. Grant's going to be there. Several other, a muskie guy's going to be there. Pro's Choice is going to be there. And I know I can't go through the whole list because I don't have the time and everything else has jumped around here. But we've got another gentleman on the line here, don't we? Is he on the line or are we getting him on the line? You there, Dan? What? I guess not yet. We'll get him here in a second. We're getting our buddy Dan on the line here, and we're going to do that. But really, there's so much stuff going on with all the outdoor shows. We're at the All Canada show this week, having a great time. It's just, I love it. Like I said, I had grandpas and dads bring the kids out, and the teenagers were talking fishing and lots of stuff. So you can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong talking fishing at an outdoor show. So if we're going to be out at the All Canada this weekend. Next weekend, we're going to be at the Rosemont Show, also known as the Chicago Outdoor Sports Show. And the weekend after that, we'll be at the Chicago Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. And we'll have all kinds of... If you've ever been to one of these outdoor shows when I'm there, my booth has always got something strange and fun going on. We ready, my friend? Yep. Dan, you out there?
Yes, Chauncey. How you doing this morning?
This is Dan Baser, everyone. Yee-hoo-hoo! Yeah, Dan.
Hey, man, it's showtime.
It's the immortal words of Bob Fosse. It's showtime. Hey,
yes, I can't wait.
You bring a magnificent historical fishing display to the Rosemont Show.
Bigger and better than ever. I've been exhibiting at the Rosemont Show since 1983, and I am so excited at what we're bringing out this year. It's the best exhibit I've ever put together. I've been adding a lot of items this year to my displays, and just like the new Midwest Outdoors, which I'm proud to be a part of, have an article in there this month on sports shows. It's the new historical fishing display. Yeah. We really have added a lot of new items, and I just can't wait to share that with all the people that come to see us.
But the other thing, Dan, yes, you do this great exhibit. I have seen Dan's stuff all the time, and I still find something new every time I walk up to it. But
there is new things.
Oh, yeah, you got lots of new stuff. The thing I want to tell everybody is, if you got great-grandpa's, an old fishing box in your garage and it hasn't been open, or you got it from an uncle, or, and sometimes, maybe a spouse's, husband died, and, and he had all this fishing stuff. And the woman just wants to say, what do I have? What is it? You always are willing to give appraisals and tell people the history behind the lures. And if it's something that would add to your historical collection, you've even paid more than a fair price for the stuff just to display it for other people to enjoy.
Absolutely. And this year we're going to do something new. Every hour on the hour, we're going to have a guided tour of the evolution of fishing in America in our booth. And we will interrupt that at any time when people bring in items for us to kind of identify, appraise, give advice on, or even purchase. The people will enjoy watching that. It's kind of like a combination of the Antique Roadshow and pickers and all that when they see, kind of what these items are worth and how we buy them. And I think it's going to be very entertaining.
It is. And throughout the year, I know people have called me and said, hey, Chauncey, I got this old stuff. Well, how do I find? And I always give them your name, and every person calls me back and says, Chauncey, you couldn't have found the nicest man on the face of the earth to help me. So you are just such a gem to this fishing industry.
We really appreciate that, and we're not going to do anything to destroy our trust. We've been trusted by the shows and you and so many people over the years. And we like to treat people fairly and honestly, and that's why we continue to thrive and go on.
Hey, if somebody wants to send you a photo or, send you a note email-wise, what's the best way to get a hold of you by phone?
They can call me at 638-3474 or text me at that number.
Okay.
Or my email address is olures, OLLURES, @AOL.com.
Oh, I'm just looking so forward to seeing your exhibit again.
I can't wait. I've beefed up my gaping display. You're not going to believe it. All of them are just bigger and better than ever.
Right. And let's make sure you stop by and see Dan Gape when you're at the show.
You bet.
All right, my friend, I'm going to let you go, okay?
Okay, thanks, Chauncey.
Dan Baser, everybody, a true, the Smithsonian, the fishing industry, but a true friend of the great outdoors. Really, really is. I got a couple minutes here. I'm going to grab a quick line. We got, I think it's Paul from McHenry. You got a question here or something?
Yeah, how you doing, Chauncey? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, my friend.
Two things real quick. Your previous caller with the setting up the little one. When I was out with my niece and nephew when they were itty-bitty planting that seed of fishing, I would use my ice fishing rod and reel setup with the little Shimano reel or little Daiwa reel, where they can start getting the functions of how to start getting the mechanics of getting the fishing done and take them up loop.
Excellent idea.
Yeah, that was always because it fits their hand. I mean, even when I was a kid, my dad bought me the Snoopy rod and reel, but it's built for an adult's hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I would use my ice fishing gear, and it would fit right in their hand. And especially if you give them one, you're their hero for the rest of their life.
Oh, yeah, you definitely got that. So I can't see the screen. It's a color that's kind of getting bled out here. A fishing projection you had?
No, this was my question though. This was the other one. With the way the state is in Springfield with this impasse, what's the projection about the stocking program for the salmon? Because last year I just had I'm a shore fisherman up the government pier out of Waukegan.
Yeah.
I was up there a dozen times, and I'm telling you, buddy, there was just nothing, flat out nothing.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember, 4 years ago is when they started dropping salmon stocking throughout the 4 states that surround Lake Michigan. And there was also a very low water table in the streams in the fall of that year, so that the reproduction rate of salmon that year dropped. I still want to know where the 3-year-old fish are, okay? They should have been somewhere, but they're really trying. It's a game they have to play with the forage base and everything else. And, a great example is, you could always see one of the biologists. They're going to be at the different shows here coming up, and you could talk to them and say, hey, what's going on? And put it in layman's terms. Don't give me the technical stuff. Talk to me like you're talking to Chauncey so he understands.
Yeah. I guess you don't get too complicated, right?
Yeah. Don't. Slow down here. Let's get rid of those 45, character words. Let's get down to the 7 character words. But that's part of the big problem that we had there. And it wasn't just us. It was Wisconsin had tough times. This one had a tough time. Last king I caught was middle of June last year.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm shore bound, and I was out there for the snagging, and I mean, me and many a fellow fisherman up and down, and all it was drinking your coffee and just mumbling to each other, going, "There isn't a single fish out here."
Yeah, I'm not going to deny it was a tough year, but I tell you, when you come to the sports show, which sports show do you want to come to, my friend?
If you don't mind, I would like the Schaumburg.
Okay, we'll put 2 tickets on. All my tickets are at will call. We get your name, address, phone number. We put them at will call, so that's where you'll pick them up. We don't have to mail them out to anybody, okay?
Thank you so much, and it's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Paul. We'll look forward to seeing you. Yeah, it was a tough year, Sam. What can I say? But then on the flip side of the coin, I was catching steelhead like it was, bluegill. I don't know. Go figure. Hey, you're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors. The Rend Lake Resort is truly a little bit of heaven at Exit 77, just off Interstate 57, and has been totally upgraded and remodeled. From new furniture, linens, flat-screen TVs, to the most comfortable beds that will make you feel like you're sleeping on a cloud and more. The Rend Lake Resort is the only resort on Rend Lake, and you're only minutes away from being on the water, right there from your room. But you can also go hiking, biking, golf, and more. And it's also the gateway to the Southern Illinois wine trails. So make your plans to come to Rend Lake Resort, the only resort on Rend Lake. Call them at 618-629-2211 or go to rendlakeresort.com. Illinois, mile after magnificent mile.
Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester is the home of the largest and best Italian beef you'll find in the Chicagoland area. With a full menu of charbroiled sandwiches, pasta, Italian favorites, and more, you'll know why people throughout the suburbs and Chicago will drive to Paul's for a true Chicago-style Italian beef. But Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs on 31st and Wolf Road in Westchester also has a catering menu of Italian favorites like eggplant parmesan, salads, manicotti, chicken Vesuvio, marsala, and more. To make your next party special, call Paul's for catering at 708-531-9080. That's 708-531-9080. So stop on out to Paul's Pizza and Hot Dogs in Westchester on 31st and Wolf Road and taste what a true Chicago tradition is like.
Come to Bass Pro Shops for their real blowout sale going on now on selected brands through January 31st. There are still unbelievable prices in every department to make your outdoor dollar go farther. You can save up to 50% on ice fishing gear and from 25 to 50% off on their end of the season clearance sale in the apparel section. So
you want Jim in this one, right?
In Portage, Indiana, Gurney Mills, and Bolingbrook, Illinois. Bass Pro Shops. It's where your next outdoor adventure begins. Indoors at Bass Pro. The Waterworks Marine Group, Chicagoland's #1 marine dealer, has once again received the Mercury Marine prestigious Customer Satisfaction Index Award. Less than 80 of 4,000 dealers across the country receive this award, making Waterworks Marine your one store for service and all your boating needs. This weekend, see the special Chauncey pricing on Lund fishing boats only at the All Canada Show in St. Charles, Illinois. Visit Waterworks at waterworks.com or at 18660 South Cicero Avenue in Country Club Hills, or 708-798-9700.
It's not reading that number.
Come to the All Canada Show and get connected with Canada's best fishing and hunting destinations. Register to win a fantastic Canadian fishing trip. Enjoy great seminar speakers, try our new hockey challenge game, and have shore lunch with an ice-cold Labatt Blue. Seniors get a discount.
Do you want to tell me the number again? I have 309-366-9181.
January 14th through the 17th at the Pheasant Run Mega Center, St. Charles. Free parking. Details at allcanada.com.
The All Canada Show.
Want that Canadian fishing feel without the hassle of crossing the border? Then Minnesota's Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge is the perfect place to plan your next trip. Stay on a 40,000-acre lake with 1,200 miles of shoreline, 365 islands, large and small.
What number do you have?
Less than 9 hours from anywhere in the Midwest. Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge has fishermen and family-friendly lodging that will.
It just keeps. All you hear is a dial tone at the end.
Plenty of walleye, muskie, bass, and pike all waiting for you. For more information on Lake Vermilion Dam Lodge, go to vdl.com or call 800-325-5780 or stop by their booth at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg Convention Center, January 28th through the 31st at booth number 830, and tell them Chauncey sent you.
Hey, fellow fishermen, Kerry Wood here. Make sure to tune in to ESPN Chicago every Saturday morning at 6 a.m. for Chauncey's Great Outdoors.
Somebody say, hey, we want some crappie. Hey, we want
some crappie. Oh.
We want some crappie. Hey,
oh, yeah. Can't go with that song anytime. Welcome back, everybody, to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. We're connecting up with Mr. Crowley here. We're dialing the number, and we keep getting a funny noise. So we're going to try to connect up with him. But we got Dave from Elgin on the line. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Fine. How are you, Chauncey?
Just going crazy today.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was calling. I hear you talking about Ren Lake all the time, but I go to Lake of Egypt.
Ooh.
And that's just past Ren Lake, and I was wondering if you ever fished Lake of Egypt.
Yes, I have. I haven't fished it in about 3 years, but yeah. Egypt and Kincaid. I got a good friend that's got a house on Egypt, and he loves to send me pictures of big bass.
Yeah, I have an uncle that lives on the lake at Lake of Egypt, and I went there in September, and him and his son, my cousin, had to brag to me. They're showing me their crappie on the wall. On one side, there's a 3-pound crappie. On the other side, it's a 2.7-pound crappie. And I'm just, oh, my gosh. And we went out, and I caught 60 crappie by myself, and my cousin, he caught about the same.
Mm.
That was with I'd say about 5 hours. It was slow at the beginning, but we finally found the spot and we just slayed them. I mean, it was just awesome. I always hear you talking about Run Lake, but I haven't heard you say anything about Lake of Egypt.
Lake of Egypt, yeah. Well, no, I like Lake of Egypt. Lake of Kincaid down there, even. I mean, you think you're in Canada the way it looks.
Right.
It's unbelievable out there. I mean, it's magnificent, you know?
Yeah, they do have some smaller lakes than Run Lake down there, you know, like Crab Orchard Lake. That's another one. And I mean, I was probably 6 years old when I first started fishing on Lake of Egypt, and I go back there every year, and I've never had any problem. It's a kind of a inside joke with me because I'll go to the bait shop there on the lake, and I'll ask them how are the crappie biting, and it's usually in September when I go. And those like, well, they're catching a lot of bass, it is a good bass lake, but I haven't heard anybody catching any crappie, and they have a cleaning station right there, so I'll go out and I'll catch them, and I usually catch last September I caught 60 crappie in that one day, but normally I'll catch probably maybe 30 of them. And I'll go back to that same bait
I was
shop.
trying to look up the number, and I couldn't get the number for the
I'll throw
hotel.
them on the cleaning station, and it will be like maybe 5 minutes, and they'll be out there. Where did you get those? And it's just, I just fish with jigs, and it's so much fun. And I love eating crappie. I mean, you can have the bass, but and they're fun to catch, but the crappie, man,
yes.
you got to flay them all up and eat them.
Oh God, yes. And
So yeah, I've listened to your show for a long time. It's the first time I've ever called, but
Well,
I've
I'm
listened
glad
to
you
your
called.
show. Thank you. But I listened a long time, and I haven't heard you mention Lake of Egypt. And I was just curious because I know it's just past Run Lake, and I'm like, well, I wonder if he's ever been there.
Oh no, I have, my friend. Hey, can I interest you in a couple tickets for this outdoor show?
Oh, that would be great.
Which one?
The Schaumburg one.
Schaumburg? Okay. We will make sure. Name, address, phone number. Don't go away. We're going to put you on hold, get all that information, and we'll
All right,
get back to you. And make sure you come by and say hello to me, please.
Oh, I sure will. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you. Okay, we're still trying to connect up with Mr. Crowley. There's seems to be a little problem on the telephone there. We're getting some funky noise, but we're at the All Canada. Jim's doing a couple of seminars today. And if you ever want to see a great seminar, Jim Crowley is the master. Oh, my gosh. It is so good when he does it. He just does so much video, explains. You could feel the excitement in his voice. But then, there's all the Canadian lodges that are there. I had their shore lunch yesterday. It was magnificent. A nice whole walleye fillet, potatoes with onions and, poke and beans and, oh, God, just the only thing I was missing was sitting on a bank watching the water ripple up against it. It was great. It was a super time. And the show it's a lot of fun. We're all just going crazy out there. And if the best part of it is, I hear more fishing stories. I hear more fishing stories there than you can ever imagine. And it's magnificent. It's a great time. And we're going to get him on the line here. Hey, buddy, you there?
I am here.
Sorry, we had a little burp in our computer here.
Did it burp or did it throw up?
It just burped. It burped. Hey, talk to me, my friend, about what are you doing here on your seminars today?
Oh, I got two of them going today, and they started last night, and great crowds. Thank everybody for coming. One is 3 tactics for trophy smallmouth. We've got a great video presentation to go along with it where I'm going to show a technique that a lot of people have never seen before. And then I'm doing another seminar today on jerk baits for pike. And when you see that video presentation, that one's going to blow your mind as well.
Yerk baits for pike?
Jerk baits for pike. You got it.
That's what I said. Yerk baits. You got to yerk them. Oh, my God. I mean, that's going to be and you know what? Jim, this is the All Canada show. I mean, whether you're looking for Ontario, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, all of the provinces. There's somebody from all the provinces. Great places to learn about how to plan a simple trip to Canada. And you could go as easy as you want to, or you can go as cushy as you want to, right?
Yeah, I've said this for years. And the All Canada show has gotten better. This is a one-stop shop for anything you can possibly think about going across the border. From everything to customizing your trip, knowing exactly what you want to do, catch the biggest fish that you ever caught in Canada, catch the most fish, take your family, take your friends. There's a nice lounge in the area here where you can sit down and think about it. There's incentives to book trips. The Labatt's Hockey Challenge. There's a shore lunch thing going on today. I know you had that yesterday.
Burp.
It's fantastic. And yesterday was freaking jammed. It was incredible here. A lot of smiling faces, a lot of Labatt's blue flowing. It was good.
Oh, yeah, there was. There was. We'll say, yeah, we know that. Not that we were imbibing, but we do know that there was a lot of Labatt flowing. Now, the other thing, too, is you mentioned there's a hockey challenge. I mean, it's like $1 a chance. You take a hockey stick, a puck, and if you get it in a certain circle that's, a cutout of a hockey goalie, you can win a fishing rod.
Yeah, you can win with the promo they have at the show is you can win a brand new St. Croix rod if you get it in a certain spot in the goal. One guy comes up yesterday. There's about 10 of us standing around watching. First shot, wins the rod, walks away, had a ball. Some kid comes up. This kid was so awesome with the puck last night. He won a bunch of lures. Parents, when you bring your kids to the show, go to the back of the show and play this Labatt's Hockey Challenge. It's a blast.
And Jim and I are standing there watching this, and I look at Jim and I go, why do I feel like I'm watching a bunch of old guys reliving their youth?
And that was it, because you know what? And you know it's going to be good because every good story there started yesterday with hold my beer and watch this, and then they grabbed the hockey stick.
Yes, it was beautiful, Jim. Oh, my gosh. What are the hours of the All Canada show today?
Today the show opens at 9 o'clock. I think it's 9 to 9 today, or 10 to 9.
10 to 9.
I would get here early no matter what. Yesterday was unbelievable. There was a line out the door, and that kept up for an hour. I know my seminars today are 11 and 2:30. And they're fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I promise the crowd interaction. You're going to see some really, really cool stuff today.
Can I sit in the back row of your seminar?
Yeah, and just stop throwing stuff unless it's money this time. I get really tired of that.
Okay, all right. I'll quit throwing.
And pierogies, whatever. That's fine.
Oh, I'm excited about this. I'm so glad that you're in. You're up here for the All Canada show here, and then you're going to be going to the show in where?
Green Bay. I'm actually going to be at all three shows this year. I'm going to be at Green Bay. And then I'm going to be at the Minneapolis show at Canterbury Park, which is going to be a great one. But, this is my hometown, man. Yeah. So, and people always come out for this. They're fans of Hook and Hunt TV, sitting on Midwest Outdoor. People are so gracious and kind yesterday. We talked for an hour and a half, I think, after one of my seminars yesterday. It was just a blast.
I know. You couldn't even get up close to you because everybody was like, Jim, what's that? Jim, what's this? What? Jim, what's this? Jim, what's this? Jim, what's this? You were going crazy.
Oh, it's fun, and I don't care if you want, and folks need to realize this too. And I know you're always so good to tell them about this. I'm at a show all day. I'm here for them.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to come up and ask a question, if I don't know the answer, I'll go find somebody who knows it. This is my favorite show of the year.
It is,
and it's always so much fun because I just get to talk Canada. I turned 49 years old today, and I've been doing this. I've been going to Canada for 44 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love it.
Yes. So I'm going to let you go, and we're going to leave the show here for you, singing my best rendition of Marilyn Monroe singing to President Kennedy. Happy birthday to Jim Crowley. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. President Jim Crowley. Happy birthday to you.
My friend, thank you so much, but the visual I got between you and Marilyn Monroe has no comparison.
Just go to YouTube. You can see the show, okay?
God bless you, buddy. You and your listeners. Come to the All Canada show, folks. We're going to have a ball today.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, Jim. Bye-bye. Jim Crowley, everybody. Just a super guy. Hey, you're listening to Chauncey on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. You know us. We know the outdoors.
Make Yellowbird Fishing Products your one-stop at the Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois, January 28th through the 31st for all your open water fishing needs at special prices. From walleye, pike, muskie, perch, trout, and salmon, Yellowbird products have been catching fish for 87 years, with anglers putting on a Yellowbird product before their first cast. Stop by their booth, number 200 at the Schaumburg Show, for the great lures at great prices, and tell them Chauncey sent you. The Chicagoland Outdoors Show at the Rosemont Convention Center is back and better than ever, January 20th through the 24th. It's the great outdoors indoors. Need to book a trip, get some new gear, or talk fishing and hunting? This is the place. Check out the new Tackle Time Pavilion, featuring Grant Rods, Guides, Choice Pro Shops, plus many more. Visit the Rosemont Boat and RV Pavilion, sponsored by General RV Center, and admission includes the Chicagoland Gun Show, Fire and Ice Expo, and the new Chicago Hot Sauce Expo. Buy your tickets online at chicagosportshow.com to save January 20th through the 24th in Rosemont. Don't miss it.
Hello, everyone. This is Chauncey, your host of Chauncey's Great Outdoors Radio, and I want to tell you about a fantastic new magazine for fishermen and hunters right here in Illinois. It's called Midwest Outdoors. No, I'm not going crazy. Midwest Outdoors has been here, but this is the new Midwest Outdoors. It's better than ever, and it's jam-packed with new features, great information on fishing and hunting that you can use. Whether you want to know where to go, what to use, how to use it, or just plain enjoy the outdoors, the new Midwest Outdoors is worth a look. Every issue has great articles from your favorite professional outdoorsmen, and this month's marked map will get you on the fish on your favorite lake. Midwest Outdoors is available at leading newsstands, or you can have it delivered to your home for only $14.95 for 12 issues. You can sign up online at MidwestOutdoors.com or call them at 800-606-3474. All major credit cards accepted. That's MidwestOutdoors.com or call 800-606-3474. The new Midwest Outdoors magazine and television show, helping you enjoy the outdoors.
It's Chauncey's Great Outdoors on ESPN 1000 and ESPNChicago.com.
Oh, yeah, everybody. Welcome back to Chauncey's Great Outdoors. Once again, thank you to our new sponsors, Yellowbird Products, KB Spoons, Dr. Spoons, Hard Baits, the planer boards that they're famous for, T-weights, and more. Check them out at the Schaumburg Show. They'll be having a special Chauncey pricing, as they told me. Our friends at Vermilion Dam Lodge that are going to be at the Schaumburg Show also. They're just started advertising with us also here, and it's a great place to go with friends, family, and everybody else. And Shimano, the high school fishing teams, we're the official site for Shimano high school fishing teams here throughout the Midwest, giving you updates and more. So thank you for the Shimano sponsorship also. We're at the All Canada Show. Come on out. Let's have some fun. Next week, the Rosemont Show starts, the Chicagoland Outdoor Sports Show in Rosemont, and then the following week is Chicagoland Fishing, Travel, and Outdoor Expo in Schaumburg. It's a great lineup for a number of weeks here. Let's have some fun and enjoy the great outdoors together. You can never go wrong at all. Once again, I want to say good thank you to our sponsors, Bass Pro Shops, all three stores. Big boat sale going on over at their store also. Waterworks Marine, remember, All Canada Show, ask for the Chauncey price. It's a special price from Waterworks Marine if you're really serious about buying a boat, a Lund boat. Stop out at the All Canada Show for that. Paul's Pizza in Westchester, the new Midwest Outdoors magazine, hookandhunttv.com, and more. Well, there's the flute, thanks to Felix. New board operator today. He'll probably fill in for our Chris now and then. But I always like to leave you with a Native American proverb, and this one comes from the Wampanoag tribe. And it says, when you remove love and try to replace it with monetary things, you've got nothing. Get them to understand that love is better than anything else. How very true. Please remember, we don't own the woods, the rain, the storms, the fish we catch, the ice we're going to walk on for ice fishing. We really do borrow it all from our children's children. Come on out to the All Canada Show, everybody. I'd love to talk to you this weekend. We'll see you next week. Where? Right here on Chauncey's Great Outdoors. Bye, everyone.
Installing new interior doors is a great way to give your home a beautiful new look. And Landon is here from Menards to give us some tips on what to look for among the styles available. What are some of your recommendations, Landon?
One of the most important things to keep in mind is where a specific door will be placed in your home. Generally speaking, a solid core door is best for high traffic areas